Well, I would like to do a review on Lloyd Biggle Jr.'s All the Colors of Darkness and Watchers of the Dark. And I've been wanting to do this for a while, so here we go. Um, uh, Biggle is probably most well known for Monument, which was published in, well, my copy here is published in May 1978, but it is actually much earlier than that. I believe the first book publication of this was in 1974, and there is a short story, Monument, that was published in Analog Magazine, June 1961. And so this book is a great science fiction novel. We won't do a review of it today, though, but I would recommend this book to anyone. But today we're going to do a review of two of Lloyd's really great novels. These are not as earth-shattering as Monument or anything like that, but they are very solid science fiction. Now, I have read a lot up on Biggle Jr. There is no doubt that what I found here on Wikipedia is pretty correct. I have been reading about Mr. Biggle since, I don't know, 1966, 67, when I began receiving the magazines. So Biggle was born in 1923 in Waterloo, Iowa. He served in World War II as a communications sergeant in a rifle company of the 102nd Infantry Division. During the war, he was wounded twice. His second wound, a shrapnel wound in his leg, received near the Elbe River at the end of the war, left him disabled for life. After the war, Biggle resumed his education. He received a bachelor's degree with high distinction from Wayne State University, master's and Ph.D. degrees from the University of Michigan. Biggle taught at the University of Michigan and at Eastern Michigan University in the 1950s. He began writing professionally in 1955, excuse me, and became a full-time writer with the publication of All the Colors of Darkness in 1963. I'm going to have to get a drink, sorry. He continued in the writing profession until his death, which, as I recall, was 2002. Biggle was the founding secretary-treasurer of the Science Fiction Writers of America and served as chairman of its trustees for many years. All the Colors of Darkness I have is from 1963, and Watchers of the Dark, 1966. I could not find out much on the internet or the database about my copies, and these are quite old. Both of them were published as a leisure book, which is Norden Publications, Inc., Madison Avenue, New York, New York. Printed in the United States of America. And the only thing I can find about this is it says this a professional model, and that's all it says. There's nothing about artwork or anything like that, but there isn't really any artwork. It's just a photograph. Watchers of the Dark, 1966, again published by Leisure Books and Norden Publications, and I didn't find that this one had been published anywhere else. It's possible, but I couldn't find anything on that. So we'll start with the review of, and I found nothing about the cover art here either. All the Colors of Darkness. The novel begins with engineer Ted Arnold and his crew testing their new matter transmitter. However, the machines keep blowing up. shortly after each successful test. In other words, things go through, and then on the other end, the machine explodes for some reason, and they can't figure out why. This leads to multiple engineering revisions, which takes time, and they're attempting to solve the problem, and they go through 7 or 8 revisions. But about this time, their main financial is about broke. But then with I believe it's the 8th revision to the system, they have success and go through all the marketing testing and all that stuff and get permission from the government, and they go into business. Now this freaks out everyone in the world because the automobile manufacturers, airplane manufacturers, trains, everything else are pretty stressed by this concept, and they are in business and up and running. The governments are trying to adjust to this technology. But then they notice surveillance video reveals that some passengers never arrive at their destinations. No police reports have shown up, no lawyers have shown up, so they're wondering what is going on here. Nobody must really be disappearing. Something's wrong. So Ted Arnold calls in one of their investors, a private investigator named Jan, which I'm assuming is John Darzak, and his sidekick, Miss Schloop, who is 60 years of age, and they have worked together for years. And he is an investor in the business as well, the matter transmitting business. So they begin investigating, and they discover through the video and then direct observation, it is always the same 2 or 3 oddly dressed people and kind of weird looking people, and they have pulled off this vanishing act repeatedly, sometimes even in the same day. But again, no police report, no missing persons, no lawyers, nothing. And so Darzak and his crew of employees and some of the Ted Arnold's people actually corner these people, and they have them stuck in a loop between certain matter transmitters, and Darzak and Miss Schloop confront them. It might just be Darzak, I'm sorry. At any rate, this leads to a wild adventure because they get matter transmitted off to the moon, and it turns out there's a galactic council and alien agents that do not think Earth is ready for matter transmitters. Now, really great stuff from there. And Biggle Jr. develops his world building, characters, and plot lines very well. The group of police aliens that Darzak encounters are also very well described, and their personalities are distinct and credible. It's just a great novel. I give it at least a 9 out of 10 stars and possibly a 10 out of 10 stars. The next we'll go on to Watchers of the Dark, which is the second book in the John Darzak and Miss Schloop series. And Darzak and Schloop are contacted by the Galactic Council for help. And they're aliens, and they're pretty freaked out by it because they have no recollection of their first encounter. The Galactic Council left it kind of up to them if they wanted their memories erased of their existence. And so they did. So they have to have their memories restored of their first adventure, and they agree to help the Council. The Council has a severe problem. They are losing planets and entire planetary systems to chaos and anarchy, and this problem is spreading from solar system to solar system. The Council refers to this phenomenon as the Dark. Darzak and Miss Schloop agree to investigate, which they begin doing on the trip to one of the problem planetary systems. But on the way, things go wrong as spying, assassinations, false identities, and fabrications pile up. This then leaves Darzak as the last, they make him a council member, so he has the authority to do these investigations, with access to the galactic database / AI known as Supreme. But he is cut off from Supreme because he is not on the planet Supreme is located on. So this is just a great novel with Darzek literally infiltrating this civilization and trying to figure out what's going on. And Biggle analyzes government, many different assumptions about business, and just about everything else. Multiple world building and multiple alien race personalities developed, and 8 out of 10 stars. Now, here is my hardcover copy of Watchers of the Dark, which is a book club edition from 1966, and it has remained in great shape. But I bring this up because on the back of it, there's a great little biography of Lloyd and his family, and they talk about his action in World War II and being Secretary-Treasurer of the Science Fiction Writers of America. And I've really, I can't remember how long I've had this, probably since 1970 or so. But since my older copies, my older paper book copies have gotten so old, I went to, again, the Barnes & Noble online site to order books. And sure enough, I found All the Colors of Darkness there, being recently published by Wildside Press. And these are the ones that I've been reading. And they're great. They're really easily read. And I don't find much about the cover art or anything in here. I guess I could contact those folks and try to find some information on it, but probably it's all in these barcodes back here, but I have no way of figuring that out. And here's the copy of Watchers of the Dark. This one took a little longer to show up. I actually had to send them an email and ask them about it. When they printed it, it has Darzek's name spelled incorrectly here. But still, it is a great book. And here is all the stuff you can get from them. All the color. Well, they have most of the Darzek, the first 3 Darzek novels here. I have to get a copy of this Darkening Universe. I don't have one right now. And again, we've got some little description here and stuff. Just great stuff, and I was very happy to get it. And these books will remain in the library. So that's all I have for today. Thanks a lot. I hope you're having a great day.